Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Empty Nest Teacher channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you have seen any of our other videos, thank you so much for coming back. We don't take any of you for granted. Now, first of all, I know that I have been off of YouTube and have not been uploading any videos for about a month now. The beginning of the school year, everybody knows that we went back to school. The beginning of the school year has been crazy. Okay, crazy. I'll probably do another video about that separately, but I am going to start uploading again next week, Monday, October 4th, and I will get back to the schedule that I was using, which was uploading Monday through Friday, because there's so much to talk about. But the beginning of the school year has been hectic for me. Those of you that have watched my other videos know that I am in the resident teacher program. So this is my first year teaching. I teach third grade. And going through the resident teacher program, all summer long, we were taking training courses. We didn't really have that, that much of a break at all, maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe. And so we kind of went straight through the summer training. While I was training, I was traveling because I had, my kids are in college. So I am an empty nester now, turned teacher, once my youngest son graduated this past May 2021, and went to school. So one of my daughters goes to school in Illinois. So there was a trip to Missouri to go pack up her apartment and move her out of her apartment in Missouri, because she used to go to a school in Missouri. And so that was a drive 16 hours there and then 16 hours back. And that was at the end of July. And then there was the trip to drop her off at her school now in Illinois. So that was more like a 13-hour drive. And so I stayed with her for, I think about a week. I think it was almost a week, maybe 5 days. And there were a few videos that were done there while I was in the hotel. I was still training every day. So I tried to travel on the days where I didn't have, classes all day long. There were some days, and I tried to, try to make sure that I was not literally driving while I was training. But there were periods of time, for instance, like if I had a morning session, but I didn't have an afternoon session, so I chose to drive on those days. So I was already on the road by the time the training session began, and I would just do it from the car. I would just have my phone, and I think I had my daughter's phone as the navigation, and then my phone, I was doing the training, attending the training. So I did that on the way to Illinois, was training every day while I was in Illinois. So we got there. We had to go buy all her stuff. Like, I had ordered the bed frame. I had ordered certain things, but we had to go get a mattress. This apartment was not furnished. The apartment in Missouri was fully furnished. So she had the bed, she had, the dresser, she had, everything. But we had to purchase and put together everything in this Illinois apartment. So that took time. So I would go ahead and train, and then when my training was over, then I would go over to her apartment. Now, the good thing was that my hotel was literally across the street from her apartment. So I could come out. I couldn't look out the window, but I could come outside the hotel, in the front of the hotel, just walk outside and look across the street and see her apartment complex. And literally the apartment that she was in, just cross the street and walk on down. So she stayed with me in the hotel, and that's basically what she did while I was training. She had some meetings. She runs track, so she's there on a track scholarship. thank God. I'm so grateful for that. So I'm not paying anything, and that's a blessing all in itself. She has had a free education so far, so I thank God for that. Rent, utilities, everything is covered. So I can't express how grateful I am. Anyway, during the day, she would go to her apartment, start getting some things together. She would have meetings with her track team. She would just do different things around the school during the day. And then I would kind of meet up with her in the evening. And whenever I had some free time, more so in the evening, we had a quick meeting with the coach, met the coach. She was, awesome, great fit for my daughter. And I think my daughter is a good fit for the team. And everything has been going well so far. But that's another video. And so with all of this going on all summer long, and then with all of the traveling that I did, so then that was the beginning of August, I believe. And then toward the end of August, I had to take my son to school. All right. So he stayed in the state of Maryland, but it's about 2 hours away. That video, I believe, the move-in video, I think, was the last video. That was at the end of August, was the last video that I uploaded. So he's in college. He's doing, good. And so all of that was going on for me. And then when I got back from moving my son in August 24, the 23rd, I think it was the 24th, I had another series of training. But that series of training, I was able to do from my classroom. And so, I'm sorry if the camera's shaking, guys. So that series of training I was able to do from my classroom. So that was good because my other daughter was able to come with me that first day. And so the first day we dropped some things on. We had orientation first. It was virtual orientation. So she came with me, helped me drop the things off in my classroom. So that way when I came back on the 24th, we dropped the things off on the 23rd, which I think was a Monday. And then on the 24th, I was able to start working on my classroom, but that was kind of like in between training. So the 24th, 25th, 26th, there was training, which was what they call PEEP training. So that's the training that we had to have prior to, the school year starting. And that was all the majority of the day. And so I was doing things in my classroom here and there, in the middle of training. If I was in training virtually, I could, be cutting out different things that I need or laminating or whatever. So I was trying to get things done while I was training. But there was never like a full day or two or three, anything would have been helpful, to just focus on my classroom. So we literally went from summer training all day long to me being able to go in the classroom and do my training, the next series of training from the classroom, while trying to do some work, to the start of the school year. So of course we had pre-service training, which is everybody. So once all the teachers got back after the PEEP training that the new teachers had to go through, everybody came back, and then we did the pre-service training week. So that was training, all throughout the day. We had to, choose different things. Some were required training and all of that. Still, no break, no day where I could just focus on my classroom and all that. And then, of course, because of the pandemic, there was a modification of the curriculum. So the curriculum was down, so we could not, as a first year teacher, I would have loved to be able to access the curriculum early, to start lesson planning early. So we couldn't really do that because it wasn't available, because they were overhauling it. So, so I feel like I started the school year kind of behind compared to what I would have liked. And so what I wanted to do initially was be able to plan a week ahead. So do my lesson planning, create my slide presentations, that complement the lesson plans a week out. So that way, on the weekends, I could do all the lesson planning. And then on the weekdays, it's just, making any modifications that are needed or, tweaking things here and there as needed. But I'm not stressed out, Monday through Friday. So that wasn't able to happen. The good part about it is I do have co-workers that fellow third grade teachers that have been doing this for a few years. So they had slideshows and everything from prior year, and will send me that information, so I had something to work off of and all of that. So I was able to do what I had to do at the beginning of the school year, but it kind of put me behind in terms of what I had planned to do. So I was so this is the 4th week of school. This is Friday, October 1st. I'm sorry, I didn't say that in the beginning. This is actually Friday, October 1st. Today is Friday, October 1st. And I really was stressed out the first 3 weeks of school. So that's why there was no way that I could really do, any videos and upload them. So I did do some video, and you'll start to see that. But I never had the chance to edit and the time to edit and upload. So I just decided for the month of September, just go ahead and get acclimated to, being a classroom teacher. I really wanted to upload and show the process as close to, it happening, not so much real time, but, a week out is what I was doing throughout the summer. Trying to stay on a schedule. So whatever was going on in my week, would kind of be uploaded the next week. But I kind of had to take some time to say, okay, this is important. The students are important. This is my first year, and I need to make sure that things are done the way they need to be done. I need to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep, which I really still wasn't, but adding the editing and uploading process to my plate, it was just too much during the month of September. So I will start uploading the footage that I did get throughout September. I didn't get a whole bunch. I didn't get what I planned to get. So I'm disappointed in that, I started this Empty Nest Teacher channel to capture the transition from parent to, active parent to empty nester, as well as my transition into teaching this year. And I don't feel like I was able to capture everything that I really wanted to, but, I'm not going to sulk in that. I was able to capture, some pieces. And then other pieces, maybe then, I can just, explain what happened, at different stages. But, let me say one thing. Although this process has been stressful, so this is week 4, like I said, the end of week 4 today, Friday, October 1st. This week 4 was the first week that I have not felt overwhelmed and inundated, and just stressed out. I tend to deal with stress, it might not look like I'm stressed out. And I can kind of compartmentalize when I'm stressed out for the most part. And I think that's what I've done during this process, because nobody really knew that I was stressed out unless I spoke to them, and had a conversation. But I have to say that through this whole process, I have mentioned before in a past video that I will have a supervising teacher. So I have an amazing supervisor teacher. Amazing. And with the resident teacher program pairing the interns, we're in internship phase now, interns with our supervising teacher. Now that they did an amazing job on. and I love, 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 love her. She has been a great help to me, and I'll go through that'll be a video, because that's would be too long for this video. But I just wanted to come on and let you guys know what was going on, and that the uploading will ensue next week. So I'll work on that this weekend, get some content edited and ready for upload and schedule for starting next week on Monday, October 4th. But I just wanted you guys to know, a few people have reached out to me and, have asked, where are you? Where are your videos? What's going on? So I appreciate those people for reaching out. But I did not think that it's not that I didn't think it would be stressful at all, but I thought that I would still be able to, video, take footage, upload, edit, upload. And that just wasn't my story. Okay. It just hasn't not been my story. I have been super tired. Literally after school, I would come home and go to sleep, and get some sleep first, and then get up and, do my lesson planning for the next day and everything, because I felt so behind. There were things for the classroom I had to work on, and I'm still working on my classroom, and I'll show pictures and all of that, video, whatever that I've taken of the classroom. Just made some updates this week, and I'll be working this weekend on more updates. Had to go get another printer, all of that, personal printer from home to help out with, trying to get the classroom together. So, and I just really thought I'd be able to do it, but that's just not my story. And so that's the bottom line. Like I said, I'm not going to sulk about it. It is what it is. This is real life. And I had to make decisions. And I just really had to say, okay, do I have the capacity to do this right now? And the answer for me was no. And that was a little disappointing, but, I just have to let that go and move on. So now here in week 4, I have felt better. Okay. Last weekend, I was able to go ahead and plan, for this week. And, there were some things that had to be adapted this week. We also had iReady testing. So, for my 3rd graders. And so there were things like that went on. Then there was some ESOL testing, that needed to be done, that kind of threw, our lesson planning off or whatever. But it was the best week so far. And so this is week 4. Next week will be week 5. And but I have to say I have a good group of kids. I'm happy that initially, I think I said this in a previous video, I was kind of planning for a worst case scenario, which was the amount of kids. I was planning for like 30. And, of course, that's a worst case scenario or I considered that worst case scenario because how are we going to socially distance, effectively with 30 kids in one classroom? And I had already seen my classroom. I knew that was not going to happen. That was not going to be able to happen realistically. But, thank God I don't have 30. So, that has been, it's been amazing for me not to have like almost 30 or 30 kids, because I know that's the story for other teachers. And I am praying for you. I'm pulling for you, all of my teacher friends, anybody that watches this channel, especially new teachers. Obviously we're teaching, starting our teaching careers in the midst of a pandemic, and that looks completely different than, teachers' stories in years past. So there are a lot of different things that we have to deal with. And I'll include that in a later video. There are a lot of different things we have to deal with that has never had to be addressed before. Different things we've never had to juggle before. The virtual, having virtual and in-person students, how to figure out the engagement piece and all of that. But anyway, I just wanted to share this video to let you know that I will be uploading as of next week. I have missed being here. I've missed engaging with you guys. I've missed doing the videos. But I had to take the month of September to kind of get my life together and figure out what is my life going to look like. What is it going to look like? Yes, I'm going to include YouTube in that, but I had to kind of set that to the side. Not that I don't care about it. Not that I don't care about you guys or sharing, my journey any further, but I had to kind of just prioritize. I had to prioritize myself physically because I was so tired and all that. There were so many nights where I either stayed up until, the worst night morning was I stayed up until 5:30 in the morning doing work. So I would either stay up until, 3 or 4, or I would get up at 3 or 4 in the morning and start working for that. And so, like I said, I just really felt behind because I wasn't able to kind of pre-plan for my lessons. But here we are in week 4, going into week 5. Today we are actually off, which is why I'm in the car. Today we are off because students are out of school because there is professional development today. But I am off because I have a series of doctor's appointments. And so I've been doing that today. So it's still early for me. My first appointment was at 8:15. So I'm trying to get all of the appointments that I need to handle all in one day. So I was able to get 3 out of 4 appointments. These are just general, appointments today. And I'm going to have to reschedule the 4th one for the next day that I'm off. But everybody, I hope you are having a good day so far, whatever day you're watching this video. All of the new teachers out there that are embarking on this year with me as your first year teacher, let's band together. Let's get it done. Let's do what we have to do. Be encouraged. I am encouraged this week that it's getting better. Praying for everybody's safety. Let's take whatever measures we have to take to protect ourselves and our families as we are, risking ourselves going into the classroom with so many students at one time and into the schools with hundreds or thousands of students. So please be safe. Do what you have to do to be safe. Thank you from a parent of 3. I've always been appreciative of teachers, and now here I am in teacher capacity. But I want to say thank you to all of the teachers that have taught my children, all of the administrators that have had my children. I appreciate you all. Always have. And now that I am in there with you, I'm just praying for all of my fellow co-workers, no matter what state that you're in, but especially Maryland and especially from my district. So thank you for watching this video. It's a little bit longer than I intended, but that's what happens when I get on here. I just start talking. So I will see you guys later. Please, if you have not seen the other videos, to catch yourself up, go back and look at all the other videos so you kind of know what has been happening. I mentioned a few things here. You can kind of get acclimated to what this channel is about, what types of conversations we'll be having here. It will be about my teacher journey as well as conversations about empty nesting. So this channel is not just for teachers, half for teachers, half for those parents who have released their last child or maybe your only child into the world after they have graduated high school. So what next for us? Okay, my transition as my son has graduated and now gone to college is to go into the classroom. So now I have a new set of children. Okay. So again, thank you so much for those of you who stayed till the end of this video. I appreciate you so much. If you would not mind, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and even click the notification bell so that way when I upload the upcoming videos, you will be among the first to see what we have in store. Thank you so much again for joining the Empty Nest Teacher channel today. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.